Democrats in Congress. Are on guard after today because the top lawyer in our land sounded like he was protecting the boss.
He's acting in bad faith, fundamentally, right? He's acting as an agent of the president as opposed to an independent arbiter.
It's almost impossible now to not see him as a political actor.
He's now looking more partisan.
No concern at all that Barr's summary may not be an accurate reflection.
Barr cherry-picking particular words and phrases.
This is the guy that Donald Trump chose. There's a reason.
And plenty of reason for Democrats to be suspicious.
Definitely suspicious, right? Barr is going to do Trump's dirty work.
He is doing the president's dirty work here.
It is astonishing how quickly Bill Barr has settled into that role for the president.
He basically made up facts that he didn't know.
He looks like a classic Washington guy at the big desk out in front of the boss, who protects the boss.
The attorney general is trying to tear down law instead of trying to protect it.
He's acting more like a partisan advocate for Trump than he is like the attorney general of the United States.
There are reasons to worry about Barr's objectivity.
Barr just injecting politics into this.
Nothing that has happened makes me trust Barr.
This shit cracks me
on the
up.
narrative. It was obvious from the get-go, from the jump, that Barr was trying to set it.
Barr is either whitewashing here or, worst case scenario, engaged in covering something up.
Could the attorney general be part of a cover-up?
You think that it's going to look like a cover-up?
Is Barr covering for Trump or not?
Concerns of a cover-up?
What specifically in the 4-page summary do you think could be the cover-up?
Donald Trump got his man. He wanted somebody who was going to be loyal. He wanted a protector. He wanted a fixer. And Barr is that.
Is William Barr more interested in the rule of law? Good question. Or protecting his boss, Donald Trump?
Is he using the rules to protect the president?
Given the lengths to which he seems to be going to protect the president.
Trying to protect the president.
Trying to protect the president.
The way that William Barr has handled the Mueller report in the early days is almost instantly stamping him as the most partisan attorney general.
It seems like Barr solidified his image as Donald Trump's Roy Cohn today.
Wow. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I
don't what the hell happened there? I got,
ladies
what
and
the
gentlemen,
hell? Coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America. It's a brother making his own way, but with
TV
wrong
and
opinions.
the internet where I watch
Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg Knight. All right, stop the damn music, everybody. Oh, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with yours truly, Dawg Knight. I see a bunch of you are here, and I'm just laughing because I was trying to see if I could do a little simulcasting with Monkey, and I'm still looking for the old answer to the Twitter feed. Wanted to send a link and simulcast. Okay, I sent him that message, but I don't think he's seen it yet. So he's on at the same time as I. That's okay. Hey, I got a super chat already on the old Streamlabs thingy down here. C. Thomas, the goodest boyo. Good morning, sir. Democrats and the mainstream media. Trump must accept the results of the Mueller report. Also, Democrats and the mainstream media. We don't accept the results of the Mueller report. He is lackey of Trump. Hell yeah, that's what it is, baby. Hi there. Guess what? Sheograph, you were first today. Oh, hi. All right, and then good morning. I'm chuckling because I just watched the old. I just watched the press conference that Attorney General Barr gave, and I was trying to. I wasn't really sure why he was doing that, but hey, he just basically laid out the reasons they were sending this out. This is one of those reports that where the Justice Department is really in no obligation to disseminate, and yet they still are, which is great because everyone wants to see it anyway. I personally think they should put that out there, but he just did a little half-hour press conference and only answered a few questions and then headed out, and so. Now, we get the report. The report will be out later today. And what they did is they're color coding it. Okay, so there's certain types of redactions that are going to happen in this report that are basically required by law. And he, once I can't remember all four of them. One was the grand jury testimony. That's definitely one. And there is the classified information category, so that's two. And there's a couple other categories, but the one category that is not being redacted, which you often see in reports like this, would be anything regarding executive privilege. So now the report has been seen by the White House attorneys, but Donald Trump has waived any redactions due to what you would be known as executive privilege, which I've always thought is a kind of a specious term anyway. But so we're going to get the report with the required redactions, and Democrats are still going to be yelling and screaming bloody murder. Let me finish my hellos, though, because I haven't done yet. So good morning, Smarty Bear. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Max Del Rio, Necro, C. Thomas, Gulf City. Let's see who else. MC. Can't touch this. Let's see. Who else is here? There's a bunch of you, but Zombie Teddy, good morning. And I think that's pretty much, and Lord Rothschild. So that's everyone in the chat. There's a few lurkers too. Looks like I may have lost a few people to the monkey, but that's okay. Oh, yep, Sheograp's already over there. Or maybe you got two windows open. I don't know. We'll figure it out. In fact, let's do this. I'm going to, because I want to talk to Monkey about this, and we might just do this live together right on here. So let me just do something real quick. Hey, let's see. Hey, at ranting, check the DMs. We're doing this live. We're doing this live. I'm gonna get him. Because let's see here, and I'll just open that up so I can see it, because we're going to chat about this. By the way, shocker, number one trending thing on Twitter today is the Mueller report. Now, it's funny because it says it's trending. Now, see, this is how Twitter works, man. They'll try to combine some of the hashtags since they're all talking about the same shit. And so this happens to be trending with, watch, look at this. I'm going to show you right now. Mueller report is trending with Trump colluded. Crazy. Barr cover up. Barr press conference. Now, an interesting thing as I've been watching this event proceed up to the time later this morning when this report is given to the public. Usually when they say, yeah, this report's going to come out, the report's going to come out, a notable little adjective has been added in almost every single news outlet and, places that just talk about this stuff. And that would be the word redacted. Redacted. Oh, good. I got a little hangout thing here. Here, let's do this. Let's figure this out real quick. We're gonna jump on with Monkey here. We're gonna simulcast. All right, there's that. Let's turn my hammer off, and we got there. And hey,
how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm fantastic. I just went live. We're going live. We're simulcasting right now. Just FYI.
Oh well. So, hi everybody.
So say hi to my audience too, who's over here. Now you can hear us both because we're gonna. I'm assuming you just watched the press conference. What the hell did I do?
I did, man. I of course I did. This is my crack, man. I'm a political junkie.
Oh, me too, man. So what did you think?
Overall, I thought it was an okay press conference. I think I was just getting to the part because I went over the timeline of what he did. The short breakdown is the first part of it. He talks about the Russian interference. He says no American, no Trump member, no American at all colluded with the Russians. The second part, he was talking about the hacking, where he said the hacked information was given to WikiLeaks, who put it publicly. And at that point, anybody can use it. So even if Trump used something from the WikiLeaks dump, it's not illegal. And then the third part was the obstruction. And I think that's where you're going to get a lot of the bullshit. I think that's where you're going to hear a lot of the people complaining about what Trump has done.
Well, and that's definitely where that's the Democrats' strategy right now. They want to go after the obstruction part of it, and
well, I think they're gonna hit the WikiLeaks thing a little bit because they're gonna say that's it might not have been illegal, but it's still not right. You know what I mean? It's morally wrong. Shouldn't have done that. But I think you're right. I think the main focus is going to be obstruction because obstruction is so vague. So they can see whatever they want there. But it was weird how did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I did. I watched all of it.
Where Barr starts talking about Trump's feelings there.
Right.
Which, by the way, I have all of the questions listed and what his answers were.
Mm-hmm.
He was asked about that because he was asked, it seems like you're, defending the president. You talk about his feelings, and he stops her. He's like, look, that's actually in the report.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing. I think that is part of why I brought it up. And also, they're so concerned that Trump's attorneys or the White House may have seen this report before. I think that's why he specifically talked about the fact that Trump has waived the executive privilege type redactions.
Yeah, there was that. He also said that the president's lawyer asked to see it and didn't ask for any redactions. He actually said the only redactions came from there's a small team. I forget who all he mentioned, but that basically they were only grand jury things.
Right. And it was basically the Mueller team and then someone involved with the grand jury information. Which, great. And they're color coding it, telling you which are which, which is a first. Usually you just see black bars, but apparently they're going to color code the redactions, which I thought was interesting.
And good. I was wondering, how bad this would actually come out being. And again, the obstruction part, that is going to look weird. But if Mueller actually went in there and he's like, look, the president, there's some explanation for the president's behavior. He's like,
let me ask you this, because I've heard you say that before, and I am kind of the mindset that the obstruction thing is probably not. I don't see it as a big factor, but you've said before that you think that there are some ways he obstructed. What do you think those are?
No, I don't think necessarily that he obstructed anything. I think that that's going to be the place where they can hit him because it's vague. I don't. They talked a lot about his tweets. How he would tweet out, this is a witch hunt, and they're like, that's obstruction. It's really not.
No.
Where he had a tweet where he's like, Jeff Sessions, end this charade or end this witch hunt or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. That wasn't an executive order. That was a man, tweeting that I disagree with what this is.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, those are the kind of things they're going to. He told Sessions to end it. He wasn't really doing that. I mean, he was. I'm sure he was hopeful that Sessions would. But again, he wasn't acting as the boss, going, "Okay, stop it now." You know what I mean?
Well, there's two areas also that they bring up often when they talk about obstruction, and that's the firing of Comey.
Sure.
And now that they say the firing of Jeff Sessions was obstruction.
Well, they've been pushing that, yeah.
But both of those examples did not end the investigation. So, and he tweets a lot and gives his feeling, but like you said, how is that obstruction? That's a stretch.
To your point there.
Go ahead.
Real quick, to your point there, not only did firing Comey not stop the investigation, the special counsel was named a week later.
Right.
Comey was fired, and then they hired Mueller to be the special counsel. So not only did it not stop the investigation formally started right after. You can't claim that that's fine. That's obstruction. That's absurd.
Well, but their argument is because the special counsel investigation started right after. But
sure.
What they're saying is the investigation into Russian interference began well before that, and so that's why now the big question is, well, why did that investigation start, and that's where there's some other people who are probably going to start feeling the heat, including Comey, including Andrew. What's his name? Andrew McCabe, and Strzok, and Lisa Page, and all those people are going to start feeling that heat because, as they're finding out, the circular reasoning for that investigation starting may not have been kosher.
I was also surprised that he didn't mention anything about the spying. And maybe that's because it's not in the report at all. And he did say to answer one of the questions, he's not talking about that. He's only talking about, he didn't say he wasn't talking about that specifically. They asked him something unrelated to this. And he's like, I'm only talking about this report.
Right.
But he came out the other day and basically said, yeah, Trump was spied on. Not just basically said it, he said it.
Oh, right. By the way, just for my viewers, if you haven't noticed, there's a big monkey in the middle of my screen. That would be the ranting monkey, and we're simulcasting. I haven't said goodbye hi to a few people. Tyler F, Chicago Mike, his kitten. All you need, check your logic. All you people who just came in, that's what's happening. Oh, and Void Horizon too. So good morning to all of you.
Yeah, guys, make sure you go over and hit P-Dog's channel and give him a nice like and tell him how much we love him. I love you, dude. You're awesome. We haven't got to talk in a long time.
No, I know. I listen to you while I'm at work, so I occasionally put something in the chat. But you're on when I'm working in the morning, and then I'm usually on when you're sleeping in the morning normally.
Right. Yeah.
But I know I knew you were going to stay up for this one though, right?
Well, two things made that possible. One, I'm in a lot of pain today. I went shopping yesterday, and my body's not used to moving. But two, yeah, I like this is coming up, and it was so close. I'm like, I have to stay awake because, like I said, this is my crack, man. I love politics, and this kind of shit is amazing to me. I'll read the report eventually. I think we're going to see a whole lot of people talk about the report who don't read it because that's what usually happens.
Well, you're going to have people talking about it within 15 minutes of it coming out, and they're not going to. There's no way that you can read anything that fast and have a coherent take on what it means. Sorry, but they're gonna. I played a montage at the beginning of my show of all the people complaining about Barr being a puppet of Trump and a partisan.
Well, let me ask you about that. You watched it. Do you think he seemed to be playing defense for the president?
It could be argued that, but I think, when he said he was going to do a press conference the morning before he set it out, I'm assuming he was going to explain what exactly he did explain, where the redactions came from, because the first thing that people are saying is that, well, it's going to be redacted, you're not going to see anything, and so I think the part about, again, that the White House didn't ask for any redactions is important, because that's what everyone's going to say. Oh, you let Trump see it first so they could redact, anything incriminating. Nope. Who did the redactions or why they were done? The Mueller team and the people involved with the grand jury.
Real quick, let me get a donation on my Streamlabs. C. Thomas, oh, goodest boy, thank you so much. I can already hear the goalposts on obstruction moving and the unveiling of Hard Bastards media crimes. Also, the goodest boy shekels are courtesy of P-Dog or maybe just me. Thank you so much. And Princess Unicorn Nipples with the donation with no message. Thank you. I think the only part to me that seemed like he was defending the president, like he was, running interference, was the obstruction part because of the feelings, bringing up how the president might have felt. And I'm glad he was asked about that and that he answered it. I can't wait to see the actual report to see how much of that is actually in there.
So let me ask you this. Before you read the report, are you going to read the Krasenstein interpretation of that report?
Of course I am. I'm going to.
Oh man, they're brilliant.
Trump was very active on Twitter today. Even for him, I mean, he was 10 tweets in like really fast succession. Right. And that's one of two things. Either this was going to be a horrible, horrible show for him, or he was going to be like, come at me, bitches. And I got to be honest from that thing. And again, the report could be completely different, but from what we saw, I think he's doing the come at me, bitches.
I think so too. I think he was inviting Sophane to scream at him.
Indeed. I did want to go over the questions that he was asked. The first question he was asked was, why didn't Mueller make a decision on obstruction? Which is a fair question, because Mueller didn't come in and say, yeah, you should hit him up for obstruction. He actually left that up to Barr, which, by the way, is Barr's decision anyway. But he didn't really answer that question. What he said was he was going to leave that to Mueller's own words in the report, which I think is a really good answer to that question.
I don't think he should interpret any of it. Other than if as long as whatever he says is directly from the report. That's why the question about Trump's feelings was important too.
Indeed.
If that's in the report, that's what he was talking about, and he shouldn't say anything else. Because everyone's going to try, oh, he interpreted this, he interpreted that. Well, as long as he didn't.
Right, indeed.
I can say, look, I told you I didn't interpret this. I told you this is straight from the report.
Well, yeah, that's it was such a good answer, and that's where they're like, he's just running defense for the president. How can you say that when in that case he's literally like, read the fucking thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't mean to be talking so much. I'm excited. This I'm telling you, this is my crack. But yeah, I can't wait to see the salt. The second question, though, let's see, what was that? That was why did Mueller and Rosenstein decide to take it to the next step? And I wasn't really sure what the questioner meant by the next step, but that was his words, next step. And his answer was, it's their job to determine if it was criminal or not, which it is.
Yeah, that's their only job. That's another reason why normally you wouldn't see a report on this. If there's nothing criminal, there's nothing to tell you.
Right.
But the American people want to know. And obviously Adam Schiff wants to know, and everybody. Because remember, apparently, this is about 2 years ago that Adam Schiff said he had proof that Trump colluded with the Russians. And apparently, a full FBI investigation did not find that proof. So Adam Schiff better buck up pretty quick now because he's running out of time.
Yeah, he said definitively, I have proof of this.
Right.
That penis with eyes.
By the way, as I was listening to you this morning, and you were talking about taking a penis and pulling the skin down and putting some googly eyes on it, and it would look like Adam Schiff.
It would, yes.
And you missed my comment, which is fine because I don't read. I have a hard time reading comments when I'm streaming.
It's hard.
Well, so is my little Adam Stiff. I rename my penis Adam Stiff.
Nice.
So anyway, just in case anyone wanted to know that information, a little too much information. It's the Morning Night Live. Welcome. By the way, for my audience, I'm going to remind my audience that the Morning Night Live is sponsored by you guys. Hit that share button. That's the most important thing for me right now. Share this out, get it on Twitter and everywhere else you do things, Facebook or whatever. And then I also have a Streamlabs link down below. So and Sarah so kindly put it in the chat. So there we go. There's my whatchamacallit.
Yeah, we got to shill every once in a while. Good morning, Nuts. How are you, sweetheart? By the way, guys, there is the link to Dawg's channel. Make sure you run over there. Even if you're going to watch on mine, go over there, give him a like, give him some love because he's a great dude. So what was our next question here? I didn't get the answer to this one. This was, we'll come back to that because it was something that was screamed out a few times at him. And it actually led to the end of the press conference. Over on my Streamlabs, thank you so much. C. Thomas L. Goodest Boy again. Time to demote Adam Schiff to being a janitor for the rest of his miserable life. Also, time to send Maddow to take AOC's old job because she's just about as low IQ. Maddow is gonna have a cow, man. She's gonna because she still hasn't let this go.
I almost feel sorry for that woman. I really do.
Real quick, Pincalo, I'm sorry. It says, wow, Super Chat took the money but didn't post the fucking message. I'm sorry about that. I never got anything. So I apologize. YouTube, fix your shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were saying about Rachel Maddow.
Oh, she's destroyed right now because she has bet her entire existence on this Russia thing. And her audience is down about 500,000 people a night just because, ever since they said, okay, there's no obstruction, she's trying to revive it as fast as she can. By the way, thank you to my new subscribers, Rolling Bear and Maddie MWM Media.
Maddie, yeah, she's great.
So thanks for coming on over. Yeah, man, she's hurting. She's hurting. Her audience is way down because that's all she talked about for 2 years. And so her disappointment's got to be incredible.
Oh, Pincalo says it was just saying hit the like button. Now, thank you so much for that. Yeah, her last I saw, her audience was down 17%.
Oh.
And she's the only one, and she's still beating this drum, man. She's hoping.
It's I can't remember who made up this term, but she's wish casting. She's got her wish fishing pole, and she's out there casting and trolling as much as she can, but she's not catching any fish right now.
Yeah, she's gonna have her whole team scouring over this to have something to try to pretend to talk about tonight.
Absolutely.
It's not good for her, not at all.
So while you're thinking of the questions, I'm just in the William Barr Twitter trend, which is trending #1, obviously, with #2, the Mueller report. I'm laughing because I don't know if you're familiar with Oliver Willis. He's a blogger who works for Media Matters, and he puts in quotes, "But the thing is, OJ said to me, he didn't feel like he killed Ron and Nicole, and that was good enough for me. William Barr." So
Jesus.
and that was the making fun of the feelings things. But you know what? The president didn't write this report. Robert Mueller wrote the report.
Indeed.
So
we brought up the crassness scenes earlier. Brian said, did anyone notice that AG Barr refused to answer the question of why isn't Robert Mueller there today? Actually, he did answer the question.
Yes, he did.
There's no reason for him to be there. That's why. Let's see. First, before that question was, he was asked, the Congress wants Mueller to come testify, and he said, I have no objection to him testifying. Oops.
Right.
Blows that narrative, don't it?
And I'm sure he will be, because that he's probably one of the first people they're going to call.
Oh, before this press conference even happened, Schumer and Pelosi released a statement saying that they are definitely calling him to come testify because he needs to, because reasons. And reading his report won't be enough.
I also like the way Barr was fairly dismissive of that when he said,
yeah,
he was kind of like, oh, okay, fine. He's
go ahead.
Go right ahead. That was great.
The next one was the question about, it was actually like a multi-part question because they asked about the president or American people being upset at the redactions and how this was protecting the president, and the report. This is the question that specifically mentioned the president's feelings. And that's the one where Mueller said, look, that came from the report. You can't, I really want to see it, man. I want to get my hands on that fucking report. Because especially with him saying that, if that's not in there, that makes him look real bad.
Oh, right. but it probably will be in there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if he said it's in the report, he's got to be really careful. He cannot in any way look like a lackey of the White House.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure his words were measured. His prepared statement, in this, let's see, I have it right here, but yeah, he can't really say anything that's not in the report because that's what they're waiting for. That especially the media, because the media will amplify it first. And then all the politicians can say, oh, see, here the New York Times said, here the Washington Post said, here the San Francisco Chronicle said, here the so-and-so said.
Maddie said that she thought she found the report. The report will not be released until it's going to Congress around 11, and sometime after that, it'll be released to us.
Right.
And that time frame will be pretty precise.
I've been laughing as I've been watching or going through Twitter all morning too. I think some bookstore is going to do the report for free. There's already several links for downloading it. I'm like, wait a minute. So you've set up your link so that you can get it from your bookstore or whatever.
You can get it from the Department of Justice. That's where it's going to be released for the whole public for free.
Right.
Although that site's going to crash, man.
Right. And that's why I think, I don't know if I forgot which bookseller. Was it Amazon maybe? I don't know. Somebody said they're going to be putting it out for free. Oh, here's a Crastity tweet. Oh, you already did that.
Nothing for you here says this is better than Disneyland for me. You and me both, man. You and me both. We got two more questions.
Okay.
The next question is the Krassenstein question. Why is Mueller not here? And Barr answered honestly, it's my job to be here, not his. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. And then the final one was the spin before why are you spinning before this report comes out? And that's when they called the press conference. There was no answer to that question. So those were the questions. I think Barr did pretty well. I think the whole feelings thing, that's gonna be a big. As soon as he said it, actually, I tweeted out like, okay, now it's about to get interesting.
Right.
Is William Barr related to Roseanne? Not that I'm aware of, RJ. It's nice not being the only political junkie I know. Look, yeah, I love this kind of stuff, especially when it gets into any kind of. Look, you guys know I love drama, and that extends to politics as well. Trump was behind the Notre Dame fire. We need another 2-year investigation. Yeah. Is there anything you're specifically looking forward to in the report?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being a nothing burger. 400 pages of, well, we looked for this and well, that didn't work out. And well, we looked for this and that didn't work out. You know what? The report itself, no. I'm looking forward to the reactions. That's and how people try to spin things. For example, Dean Obadiah, you know who that is, right? Or Obadiah, whatever. He's some liberal that's on the Daily Beast. Anyway, now his tweet right now. This is huge and demands hearings in the House by Democrats ASAP. Bill Barr says report examines 10 instances of potential obstruction by Trump. Did you hear that? Do you remember hearing that?
10 instances of obstruction?
Yes.
No.
Of potential obstruction.
No.
I didn't hear that either. Kyle Griffith, Chuck Rosenberg. Barr has gone too far into the tank for the president of the United States. I am disappointed. I am chagrined. And I, frankly, like I am many times in my life, Brian, may just be flat out wrong about Bill Barr being a principled institutionalist. This kind of shit, it's like, you know what? They are so salty right now. It's embarrassing. You know, they should, go ahead.
Real quick, I have a super chat here. Thank you, Ragnarok. I stayed up drinking too late, drinking vodka, and now I'm drunk at work. Mainstream media, Russia collusion confirmed. Be careful, man. I don't know what kind of work you do, but be careful. You usually on your show go through the top trending, right?
Yes, I do.
Most of that is about this.
Yeah, probably. I right now the top. Let's see. 1 is Barr. 2, Barr cover up. That's the one that cracks me up. Barr cover up. Then the thoughts. Bill Barr, Robert Mueller, Barr report. You got to get up to 9 that doesn't say either something about Barr or the day of the week.
The only one on mine that is not about this is St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Oh, okay.
Mine is Barr, Mueller report. I always say his name wrong. Special counsel, no collusion. Robert Mueller, Rod Rosenstein, Mueller Thursday, and Bob Mueller. Jesus, you guys could pick something else to talk about.
Here's another one of my favorites though. That's related. Game over.
For who?
No, this is because
which side?
That's what Trump said.
Oh, is that what he said?
There's the whole today's trending for Trump basically because there's always something in the top 10 that someone else is talking about related to something that Trump tweeted, and so he did apparently a game over tweet with him superimposed over like a Game of Thrones type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll share it real quick here. If I can, let me share this just a second. Because you can't see what's on my screen. I forgot about that. Okay, here we go. And then we'll do back to game over. There we go.
Oh, nice. But it's not. Here's the thing. I would agree with that statement. Unless there's something buried in there that they can dig up. Yeah, it's over. It's over. But this is politics. So we both know that's not the case.
True. Oh, that's true. Hey, I got a super chat through Streamlabs from C. Thomas, who's making his way he must have 2 windows open. Gotta love how these underhanded tools held up Mueller and had no opinion of Barr, but as soon as they don't get what they want, these effing parasites turn on those people because Trump had the nerve to not be a criminal. The horror. Well, thank you, C. Thomas, for the $2 super chat through Streamlabs. Right down there, guys. Right down there if you're interested. I don't shill enough, but you inspire me to shill more.
Oh, you got to show yourself because YouTube doesn't do it.
True, and I'm not monetized. I don't have enough people to be monetized anyway, so they have to go through that slightly.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Okay.
You have an Ed Krasenstein one on there. Before I forget, my memory, so I have to say things as they come to my mind. Will you read that after you're done?
Oh, I'll do it right now. Ed Krasenstein, don't tell me that Attorney General... Wait, I should do it in his voice. Don't tell me that...
You're not wrong.
Don't tell me that Attorney General William Barr isn't a political hack. He literally said... There's substantial evidence to show that the president was frustrated and angered by a sincere belief that the investigation was undermining his presidency. Trump's Roy Cohn. Was that a pretty good imitation?
That was. You actually sound a lot like him.
How dead they talk. They don't talk with any
There's no emotion.
Yeah. So anyway,
they sound like me on my first video. But I got better, Ed. You should get better by now.
Right. Oh, they're terrible.
Oh, they're horrible. Terrible. Yeah. I just don't see how anybody could have watched that. And like I said, the only part that to me seemed in any way helpful to Trump in a way that wasn't just on the up and up. Because either there was collusion or there wasn't. And he's like, there's no collusion. Okay. Either there was help with the hacking or there wasn't. There was no help with the hacking. Okay. There's either obstruction or there's not. Well, he kind of got upset about a few things and he was feeling frustrated. it's like, whoa, wait a minute. That kind of sounds like you're making an excuse for him. But if that's what's in the report, then that's not Bob or William Barr doing that. That's your boy Mueller, you fucking idiot. Oh.
Yeah, isn't it Mueller time? It's Mueller time.
It's Mueller time.
It's Mueller time. Yeah, like, you know, as I'm going through, and I'm going through Twitter as we speak. Someone named Barbara, some checkmark named Barbara McQuaid. I don't know where she's from. She's a professor, University of Michigan Law, legal analyst for NBC and MSNBC. Barr's parroting of Trump's talking point about collusion does not instill confidence in his independence as the Attorney General for the people. Lady, let me explain something to you. He is not parroting Trump's talking point. Barr is telling you what's in the report.
Yes.
So if they're not indicting anybody for collusion, well, then they didn't find any reason to indict anybody for collusion. These people are,
man, I'm just scrolling through some of these. Krasenstein's repeating this 10 instances of obstruction. I must have missed that part.
Yeah, I don't know. He probably got it from whoever I found that from, because they are too dumb to think about anything by themselves.
He says, Robert Mueller found 10 instances of obstruction of justice. Trump's own appointed Attorney General William Barr rules that there's no obstruction of justice. What the hell is the point of a special counsel if the president decides his own fate? Trump is now above the law. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. God, you drama queen. Yeah, the last part, Trump is now above the law, is in caps.
The same Trump that President Trump's lawyers did not request redactions in the Mueller report, Attorney General William Barr says.
And the same president who waived executive privilege.
That too, that's big.
It is.
Because I can't remember the last president who's done that on something that could be negative for them. They
all fight that.
Did President Obama waive executive privilege when the Fast and Furious things were coming out?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Come on.
I can't wait to read this report. I'm going to have to go to sleep before I can read the damn thing. Because I'm exhausted, man. But like I said, I'm in pain, so I need to be at that point where I'm just going to pass out, and I'm getting there quick.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry, I got a few more minutes in me.
All right.
There was one part that he talked about that he didn't get real specific, even though he was asked a couple of times. He said him and Rosenstein disagreed with Mueller's legal interpretation of obstruction.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, as he said that, we still went with his interpretation. And two or three reporters asked him, well, what did you disagree with? And he didn't answer. And that's not going to be in the report because we don't know what him and Rosenstein think. But I am interested to see if Mueller, because according to the original 4-page report that Barr put out, Mueller just left it kind of up in the air. It might be obstruction, it might not.
Right.
So I'm kind of interested to see what his justification was for and against, because they really make it sound like there's both in there,
Yeah, maybe that's what they're talking about, the so-called 10 instances. And maybe it wasn't that maybe not part of this this particular press conference. Real quick, I got another super chat via Streamlabs. Thank you, C. Thomas, aka Corbin. Obama used executive privilege like Hillary used bribes and assassinations as a crutch. So, but to be fair, President Bush loved executive privilege.
Yep. Clinton did.
Clinton
really the fuck out of it.
He worked the hell out of that executive privilege. That kind of started happening during the first Bush term, when you started hearing the words executive privilege quite a bit. So but the fact that Trump has decided not to use it in this case is also very significant. There are no, basically that, I think the whole press conference was to lay that out. There are no White House redactions. There's no, no executive privilege used to make any changes to this report.
Real quick, Shio brought up something in chat that is completely unrelated, and I do want to remind everybody. Assassin's Creed Unity is being given out free right now for this week only through Ubisoft because of what happened at Notre Dame. They've also pledged £500,000, that's British money, y'all, to the rebuilding. So if you like video games, check that out. You can get a free copy. It's I've never played the series, but I like free games, man.
That's pretty much the only game I played for a while.
Oh, sweet.
Although my son had all the Call of Duty ones, so I played those once in a while, but I suck at those. But Assassin's Creed I got pretty good at.
And yes, it is the PC version. Brian Krasen just tweeted out, "Why are we sitting here waiting for the Mueller report still? Because it's not 11 yet, you dumbass."
maybe they may not have a clock in that bedroom / office that they share.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Do they have bunk beds?
I'm guessing. I think they have one. They have one full-size bed that they share.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, oh boy, people are just. Another key portion. Listen closely to what Barr says. This is Josh Marshall. He's the guy who does Talking Points Memo. Another key portion. Listen closely to what Barr says here. He exonerates Trump's associates, read the emails, because they only could have committed a crime if they were directly involved in the hacking. That's not what he was talking about, and that wasn't even the question. He said that the publishing of those whatever, like the WikiLeaks dump.
Mm-hmm.
What he was talking about was the WikiLeaks dump, just like the Pentagon Papers, were not a crime because they didn't hack the documents they received. That's right. He was not talking about it. Who's he calling Trump associates here? Is he saying Julian Assange is a Trump associate?
Probably.
I don't think so. And in fact, there's, you know what? I'm still very skeptical about the indictments of the Russian generals and the clickbait farm company that did all the fake Facebook ads and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not. There's no evidence and I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for evidence that they are the people who did this. They said DC Leaks was controlled by the Russians, and then Guccifer 2.0. There's plenty of evidence if you listen to other people, former security people, Bill Binney, things like that, that those things weren't hacked. The DNC stuff especially. The only company, the FBI has never touched the DNC servers. The only place they've gotten that information from was CrowdStrike, which is a company the DNC hired to look at their servers. That's the only... So let's put it this way. If this went to court for that, saying that, the Russians hacked the DNC servers, the FBI would not be able to use that as evidence because they did not examine the servers themselves. The company that the DNC hired is the only company that looked at the DNC servers. And then they gave whatever information they wanted to give to the FBI. Sorry, that wouldn't be even admissible in court.
Right.
So there's a whole lot where they, they had to make these indictments. The Mueller team had to come up with something. So he's got all the process crimes, Manafort and Flynn and all those people.
I'm going to end up getting banned on Twitter today because of the Krasensteins. I got to stop. He's such a simple bitch. They won't let me post on your Streamlabs. Some people have that problem, Nuts, and I'm not sure why. I'm sorry. I wish you believe me. I wish you could. I just sent Grand Monkey her Easter stuff. Good thing I bought some ramen yesterday. Yeah, that part of it, like I said, that may be one part that they grab onto, because well, it might be legal, but it's still dirty. Well, it's still legal. Once it's in the public, what are you going to do? Not use it?
Right. Yeah. Well, and there's precedent. There's a Supreme Court precedent. As far as otherwise the people who stole the Pentagon or the people in the Washington Post would be in jail.
Yes.
because
once it goes public, it's public. You can't hurt anybody or you can't punish anybody for it.
Right.
You can still punish the original hacker if they can find him. And look. Yes, Pyrus, Grand Monkey does love ramen. Me and her eat it together. I forgot what I was going to say because you brought up Grand Monkey shit. What were we talking about?
We were talking about the stolen
emails
and who published it and whatnot.
They weren't hacked. They were phished, and that is different. Nobody was sitting at a computer breaking in with some special software that they used to get in the password and they encrypted. No, what happened is they emailed several people that work for the DNC.
Well, that was only John Podesta, though. That's how his emails
No. That's how all of it was done.
Not the DNC.
Yes, the DNC too.
No, they say the company CrowdSite says they were hacked.
They were not hacked.
Right.
They were phished. And it's the same thing that happened to Hillary. The way that the people got in, it was phishing. It wasn't hacking. If they were, never mind. Russia's not going to put their best hackers on getting into the DNC's fucking computers.
No, why? Why would you? Who cares?
No, what they did,
and then the only thing they come up with was that that the Democratic nomination was somewhat not up and up on everything. I mean, okay, Hillary cheated Bernie Sanders. Okay, here's one of my bigger questions too. Because some of these people saying, okay, so Trump's been in bed with Russia for, since 2008 and yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
How exactly did the Russians know that in 2016, Donald Trump would be the Republican nominee for president of the United States? Who on the planet would have believed that?
Yeah, nobody believed it in 2016.
Did the Russians collude to get him nominated? How did he get nominated?
It's asinine. It absolutely is. The whole story's been asinine since the beginning. One, if you go look at the meddling and how much meddling they did and how effective their meddling was, it was a failed attempt at causing chaos. There were ads both for Hillary and against her,
and for Bernie and for everybody else.
Yeah.
And of all the ads that they say were a part of this whole scheme, more than half ran after the election.
And they got no traction.
Yeah, no interaction on them either.
I mean, it was a bust at best, and it was sad. But you go into the hacking part of it. The only thing they found from the hacking is that DNC's a bunch of shitbags to their own people.
Right.
We found out about. We did find out that Donna, what's her name?
Donna Brazil.
Brazil, yes, that she's dirty and working for both the Hillary campaign and, technically she wasn't working for them, but she was feeding Hillary the questions she'd be asked during the debate.
Right.
As she's an independent journalist at CNN. We found out that the DNC was purposefully trying to screw Bernie, which they didn't even have to do. Yeah, all we found out was that the DNC is corrupt against their own fucking people.
Right.
And that's something that gets lost in all of this. What did they, I'm using air quotes, hack? They hacked and found out the DNC is a bunch of shitbags.
Right. That's it.
And nobody's paying attention to that part. That's what was found. It's just, how dare Trump use this on the campaign trail? Well, how dare you be a dirty bitch?
And you know what? If it's published finally, and he didn't have anything to do with it, but if someone puts something on WikiLeaks that helps you in your campaign, would you talk about it? I'm pretty sure if there was anything about Trump that came out of WikiLeaks, that Hillary Clinton would have talked about it, right?
Of course she would.
Of course, but there is one entity that absolutely did collude with foreign entities to try to affect the election.
Yup. I've been beating this drum, man.
And that would be the Hillary Clinton campaign. And they have the checks. They know the checks went to Perkins Coie, the law firm, and then Perkins Coie paid for this dossier from a foreign entity who paid the Russians. They actually paid the Russians to come up with dirt on Trump for our election. Whoa.
Hang on. I can go even better. Thank you again, C. Thomas. God, my stupid thing. There it goes. How dare both of you boomers dare try to put any logical thought into this, good sirs? It was her turn, and no one needs to question why the DNC tried to pull the gayest of gay ops, sirs. How dare you boomers? No thinking allowed in clown world, honk honk. I'm not a boomer. I'm Gen X, goddammit. But thank you so much for the donation.
And I am the intersection of boomer and Gen X because I was born in that Midland year. So
he's a boom X.
I'm a boom X. I'm the boom X.
He's the boom X.
My birth date is the cutoff line.
What started all of this, and they keep saying that's not what started it. Yes, it is, and you goddamn well know it, was the Steele dossier. Steele, who's a foreign national who paid the Russians, is also a member, or at least was. I'm sure he's not anymore, of British intelligence. It's literally foreign interference in our fucking election. No questions. Like, what?
I mean, that's it. He's a foreign agent, and he's a foreign agent who no longer worked for the FBI because of his questionable activities.
Yeah,
but suddenly, and then now they're using the information that he gleaned, and then about how he got this kind of verified in the public mindset, right? So he writes this dossier.
Oh, yes.
Then he leaks it to several news agencies who report on it, and then the dossier comes out, and they go, "Well, look, they've already reported on this." It's little circular,
And then he confirmed the report.
And then he confirmed. He confirmed the shit he leaked. This is dirty as hell.
It is. It's really dirty, and nobody's talking about that.
Right. It's craziness.
The Russians interfered. We can't have foreign interference in our elections.
Except for Christopher Steele and the Russians that he contacted to make up some shit.
Yes. And then it's okay. That is perfectly fine. Don't worry. Oh my God. What is this? Ed and Brian are tweeting at each other while in the same room. Hilarious. They've been doing that for weeks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking creepy.
It's their job. I wonder how much they make off of this.
Oh, they make a lot of money, man. But they're also rich kids, man. They don't need all the money that they make.
Well, I know because it's
the little trust fund babies.
Well, it didn't hurt that they stole money from people too, but I think they had to pay for that, didn't they?
Well, we don't know how much they got, but they had to pay $450,000 to the government, so that they didn't have to go to any trials. Guys, P-Dog has dropped his link to his YouTube channel and to his Streamlabs. Go over there and show him some love, either monetarily or
just a like would be fine. I'm fine with that.
Nah, go throw money at him. Monkey said go throw money at the dog. Go throw money at the black guy.
By the way, the black guy streams daily, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT, for those of you who are not in our fine land of the United States of America. My show is the Morning Night Live. We're here every morning. kind of
Yeah,
mid-morning.
make sure you check them out.
It's a weird time to stream for most people because most of you are going to work or doing something. But some of you, like truck drivers and night shifters and people who don't live in our fair land, are welcome to join us Monday through Friday.
Yeah, watch P-Dog, man. Lawyer Dog's awesome. And go throw money at him.
Well, speaking of that, Thomas Corbin, El Goodest Boyo. The reason he's the El Goodest Boyo on my channel, and I think he's doing it for you this morning, is because I asked him to keep it clean, so he's the El Goodest Boyo on my channel.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Wait. That wasn't even a Thomas. I already read that one. This was a subscriber. Welcome to One-Eared Rabbit Productions. Thank you so much. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Are
the left more corrupt than we are? And it says, yep. This is where I don't like the there's good and bad on both sides.
Left
because there
right
is
paradigm.
there are good and bad on both sides, but the left is dirty as shit, and they have been for a long time.
They're corrupt.
They will eat themselves. They're so dirty. You know how dirty they are? Look up Vince Foster, the man who shot himself in the back of the head twice without ever touching the gun that did it.
Right.
They're dirty as fuck, man.
Or even something as simple as Jussie Smollett.
Oh yeah,
that's corrupt motherfuckers.
Well, here's a problem. I've talked about this on my show many times. When it comes to the primaries, man, you will see these guys eat each other alive. We saw Donald Trump, name call, and everybody's like, "Oh, how dare he!" But nobody talks about the fact, like Dukakis, and guys, I know for a lot of you, I'm going way back. Do what? Michael Dukakis, he ran against George Bush in '88. What sank him wasn't anything the Republicans did. The Republicans just picked up what we would now call a meme that the Democrats started. I think it was Al Gore, who, I may be wrong on that, but who brought up Willie Horton.
Oh, Willie Horton. Yeah, it was Al Gore.
Yeah, it came out in the primaries, and the Republicans were like, "Oh, this is too good not to use." But they are dirty to each other. They're what they call opposition research. That's a whole machine for them. They go out there. That's what the Steele dossier was. It was opposition research. It's a way to go out and just destroy your opponents. Space Trucker, thank you so much. Or make snide remarks on the Notre Dame fire. That's me.
Oh no, I there have been plenty of snide remarks to the Notre Dame fire. I don't know who you said, but it wasn't you. No,
I might have made a joke or two last night.
Oh well, jokes are jokes, though.
Jokes are jokes.
The other thing, the other thing the Democrats are really good at, and they have a very large megaphone for, is narratives and spin, and so the Democratic narrative goes immediately into the media narrative. So, for example, here's the words of the day, and this is Kamala Harris, and I've heard this from a dozen people already this morning. Barr is acting more like Trump's defense attorney than the nation's attorney general. His press conference was a stunt filled with political spin and propaganda. Americans deserve the unvarnished truth. We need special counsel Mueller to testify publicly in Congress. Okay, but the words Trump's defense attorney is the words of the day. Just watch how many times you hear those words today.
You'll see it in every fucking headline.
Every single one. Nancy Pelosi, Attorney General Barr confirmed the staggering partisan effort by the Trump administration to spin the public's view of the Mueller report, complete with acknowledgement that the Trump team received a sneak preview.
That's not even okay. Oh, you fucking bastards. Space Trucker, thank you so much. People on the left in Europe, not you. Oh, okay, I got you. Look, I do make jokes, and sometimes they might be a little off color. Sinatra says, give deets. the short is that there's no evidence of any American colluding with the Russians. The hacking wasn't illegal. The information used from the hacking wasn't illegal because the Trump team who used it had no collusion with the people who hacked it. And on the obstruction thing, it was kind of just left up to the Attorney General, and in his opinion and on Rod's opinion, there was no obstruction. Nothing to see here. And the Democrats are losing their shit because how dare he? How dare you, sir? I need to look up the Justice Department because it's getting to be about that time.
Oh, is it 11 o'clock Eastern that they're doing that?
Yep.
Well, let's see. I'm going to scroll up. I'm sure it'll be scroll up to the top. Here, let's go back to. I'll refresh and see if it's on. It'll hit Twitter as
soon as it's out. Yeah,
as soon as it's out.
And then the Justice Department.
It has been released. U.S. News, the redacted version of the report has been released.
To the public?
Well, let's see. The Justice Department is expected to release. Now, the headline says the redacted version of the Mueller report has been released, but then
liars. Well, no, that doesn't mean that. It may have been because it is going to Congress first. Congress gets first dibs on it, and he said it will be released to the public shortly thereafter, but he didn't give a time frame for that. So Congress should have their hands on it by now. We just won't get it yet.
Okay. Still says will released on this one, so not quite yet.
Yeah.
I'll
just sit here. I'll just sit here and wait for it to crash. But anyway, you're saying the other point.
Oh, no, just the other talking point is that everything important will be redacted.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. Did I ever stop sharing my screen?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well,
but you haven't shown anything bad.
No, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, those windows are all closed before I start every morning. Here's the one that you see all over Twitter, if you can see my screen there.
Yeah. This one just from Vox. Attorney General Barr's press conference on the Mueller report was a whitewash. Barr spun everything in Trump's favor and literally walked off when he was called on it.
Okay, so read the report when it comes out.
No,
shut the fuck up.
He'd already answered that question.
Right.
He answered that question when he was asked about. Hold on, I got to bring up my notes again. Sinatra, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Snoot, what's up?
What have I missed?
We are dual streaming with P-Dawg on his channel, bud. What have you missed? You didn't see the press conference?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, man.
There was the press conference today, and it went pretty much how I expected it to.
I found it. Report.
He didn't tell us anything that we hadn't heard in the 4-page report. God damn it!
Here you go. I'll just here. I'll put the link in your chat.
Yes, sir. I want that because I need to download it before it crashes.
And then I'll put the link in my chat. Oops, let's do it the right way here, though. Okay.
I want to save that.
There, it's in my chat also. I've got mine here. Let's see. Do I have? Okay, mine's done. All 448 pages. And then we're gonna just we're gonna download that bad boy real quick.
Wow, this is redacted like a motherfucker.
I have horrible internet, so oh shit, I can't download this right now. Shit. Well, I'll have to download it later. Anyway.
Okay, wait, are you already looking at it?
Yeah, I'm on page 156.
Okay, well,
Sinatra, they are redacting all information from grand juries. So that's to be expected.
There's like full pages redacted where it says harm to ongoing matter, like shit like that.
Right. So yeah, if there's there's still things that are being investigated. There's 4 categories, and that was the one that I couldn't remember. Harm to ongoing investigations. But it's not. This does not look like it's redacted that much.
Well, keep scrolling. You'll see full pages redacted at some point.
Okay. Okay, that's probably grand jury stuff. Does it say what it is?
It says harm to ongoing matter.
Okay, yeah, and there's grand jury. Okay. So there's the talking point. So too much redacted, but apparently, they're giving it to certain members of Congress who have certain clearances. And so those will all be leaked by 3-4 o'clock. So don't worry about it. You'll see it all by the end of the day.
Hey, Cory Booker has a chance to have another Spartacus moment. Yeah,
right. Yeah, right.
I'm gonna release it because of Spartacus moment.
Yeah, because you're a moron.
Where was the one? That's the one. That's what we were talking about. Where they said he didn't answer the question about carrying water for Trump. He did. That was the one where he talked about how the feelings part, because he was specifically asked about that. He said that's in the report. He did answer it. The one he didn't answer, the one that ended it, was about him spinning it before the release, and that's where they stopped it. I took notes, not like the press doesn't know how to do that, apparently.
Right. I love how 3 hours ago, too, ABC News Politics says House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer call for the special counsel Robert Mueller to testify before both the Senate and the House. He answered that one in the press conference. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let him. No objection to that.
Yeah. Sinatra was asked specifically about, would you let Mueller testify? Because technically he still works for the Department of Justice. And he's like, yeah, I have no objection to that. So like, no big deal, huh? Yeah, I have to wait like 5 minutes. Well, like 15 minutes for Lady Monkey to go on break, and then I can download this. I hate my internet. My internet sucks. AT&T, fix your shit.
Jerry Nadler already made the formal request to have him testify before the Judiciary Committee. Yippee.
Yeah, who didn't see that coming? But as far as I can tell, Sinatra, that Trump this is going to be a talking point for him for maybe a month or so, and then they're going to have to find something else because there's nothing here.
I bet they'll just go right back to his taxes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That there's no constitutional requirement for the president for anyone to disclose their taxes. Now, granted, the Constitution was pretty much written before the tax laws were, but
the Congress has never gone through and done it. So
you know who else has never released their taxes? Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. Oh no, she's never going to.
And I'm waiting for Maxine Waters too, because she's dirty as hell. If you don't know a little bit about her husband and her being on the banking committee and some of the questionable things that he's gotten out of that, and why she's a multimillionaire living in her district. Well, she doesn't really live in her district. She lives in a 400,000 or 4,000 square foot mansion outside of her district now. But if we're gonna look, if you demand his taxes, I want to see every single one of their taxes.
NBC host Chuck Todd said Wednesday that a New York Times report that the Justice Department has already briefed the White House about the findings of special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation was evidence of actual collusion.
Fuck off.
Here's the thing, Sinatra. This is what Barr said in the press conference. He said that there was a request to let the president's lawyer see it, and they did. And he didn't request any redactions. And the president absolutely waived all executive privilege. So none of this matters. They're like, we just want to read it to see if there's anything we want redacted. And they said no. So you can't blame him. You can't fucking blame Trump for any of the redactions. The redactions were all made at the request of Mueller and some of the people involved with the grand jury. That's it.
Nah, Orange Man bad.
Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad. Man, this
Orange
is fucking,
Man bad.
This is fucking retarded.
Diversity is our strength.
Yeah. How you doing, Sanu?
I'm good. Had kind of a long morning.
Yeah, he said you had to do some stuff with the kids, huh?
Yeah, it's some school shit. So I had to sit around in the school for an hour and listen to other people talk.
Let me tell you something. I miss my children being young because they're so much fun. And as adults, you're just, sometimes you feel like unneeded. But I do not miss going to like school conferences and shit.
Yeah, they're the worst.
I hated those things. P-Dog, your kids are grown, right?
Yeah, my youngest is actually graduating from college in about 4 weeks from now. So, and he already has a job, but he's going to live at home for at least a few months until he figures out where he wants to move. But they gave him a signing bonus so he can afford to move out.
Cool, nice.
So that's yeah, it's cool. And my daughter graduated 2 years ago. So,
Jay Reynolds,
empty nest.
Jay Reynolds says, move to where there's better internet and less stairs. Look, we've talked about it. Believe me, we've talked about it.
Aren't you in a satellite black hole too? Something like that? Or it doesn't even help to get a satellite version?
Satellite would actually cost me like almost twice as much for basically the same internet.
Man. Yeah, you don't need that.
No. Believe me, I've looked into everything I can do. Everything I can do.
I pay like $75 a month, and I have, I think, 100 megabit internet.
Fuck off. Nobody wants to hear your shit.
Hey, it's good internet.
It is. I envy you. I really do. I could move closer to a city, and that's something we've talked about. To like, my kids are kind of triangulated, and we've talked about like moving in the center of them. We'll see. Thank you, Ragnarok. Do you think the info that could lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton could be hidden somewhere in the redactions? No. I don't think there's going to be anything about her in here, really.
Yeah. Maybe. At this point, it's going to cost more to arrest and incarcerate her than anything.
Yeah.
Because she's in terrible health. Like, you can tell she's wearing a back brace and all that shit.
You know, here's something interesting. You know who Lanny Davis is, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
He tweeted, as the country waits for the Mueller report, know this. It does not matter how Barr redacted the Mueller report. Michael Cohen has 7 days, 70 hours, and 100 pages of what Team Mueller knows and can fill in the bulk of the redactions. Nice try, Mr. POTUS. Truth, we will tell it all. And then Michael Cohen quote tweeted that, soon I will be ready to address the American people again. Tell it all and tell it myself. Lanny Davis is one of those scumbags that I just don't trust.
Oh, he's a douchebag.
He's a douche, but
he's a Dawg Knight.
But what's hilarious is, again, this was 3 hours ago, so they didn't have the report in their hand, so they assume what they think is going to be redacted. They have no idea. They had no idea when they did this. This is all narrative. It's constant narrative, and the friendly to the Democrat media is happy to put out that narrative for them.
Well, what I want to know is how he got away with this bullshit of I found a whole bunch of extra tapes.
Right.
Because he was arrested. All of that stuff should have been turned over to the FBI throughout the investigation. If you have pertinent information, Mr. Cohen, you should have turned that over to them.
Well, exactly. He should be arrested for that, for lying. That's another reason to add a few more years to his terms. That means you lied to the FBI again by not coming forth with the information that you had.
Obstructed justice.
That's obstruction of justice.
Yeah. But oh God, I love reading all these fuckers just whining about this report. It's beautiful. But yeah, we didn't really learn anything that we didn't already know. He did a good job with the press conference. It was short, to the point. He covered everything that needed covered. Explained the redactions, explained why the decision was made on the obstruction of justice charges. Again, I do want to read that myself. I do want to see if it's not sure they actually talked about about Trump's feelings.
I heard that part because I just tuned in for a second while I was waiting. And I heard one of the reporters was like, so why are you talking about Trump's feelings? And he's like, that's what it says in the actual report.
Yeah, so I really want to read that part to see how much they talk about it. But like the first two parts of it, I'm willing to take their word on it, that it says, nobody colluded with Russia and that the leaks were through WikiLeaks. So it was basically public information at that point. The only part I'm interested in is the obstruction charges, because everything else is pretty cut and dry. And poor Rachel's going to have a fucking cow. She is shitting out a baby right now.
By the way, my chat, would you, can I get an FTG for Rachel Maddow?
F for Maddow, guys. Remember, go over to P-Dog's channel and give him money.
It's FTG Thursday. Usually I do a fuck that guy segment, but there's a whole bunch of FTGs this morning. Let me get an FTG for the Krasenstein brothers too.
Oh, they're funny, man. They're nuts. They're not happy this morning.
They're never happy, no matter what.
Oh, but yeah, this hurt them because it didn't go how they wanted. If we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would state. Well, yeah, that's kind of what Mueller said, that Barr said. Mueller didn't make a determination. Yeah. Breaking, Mueller report says a foreign government informed the FBI about its May 2016 interaction with Papadopoulos. Based on the foreign government reporting, the FBI opened an investigation into potential coordination. Yeah, what foreign government was that?
That's a good question. You mean the British spy? What was his name? I can't remember the dude's name.
The British spy is Steele.
No.
Yeah,
the guy. No, but I'm talking about the guy that met with Papadopoulos. It was it was a different guy.
Oh shit! I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
it's amazing how much the British were involved in this, and nobody cares about them meddling in our election.
Right. Aren't they? They are a foreign entity, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay, I'm just checking.
A foreign government, in fact.
Oh, Nancy Pelosi! My God. AG Barr. Wait, I can't. Let's see if I can do her voice. No, I can't do her voice. I can do the Krasensteins.
AG Barr has confirmed
the staggering partisan effort by the Trump administration to spin the public's view of the Mueller report, complete with acknowledgement that the Trump team received a sneak preview. It's more urgent than ever that Special Counsel Mueller testify before Congress. Bitch! He just told you and the world that he has no problem with that.
Bitch, I done told you.
Bitch, I done told you.
Bitch, I done told you. And guys, look, I have not slept since yesterday at about this time. So I'm going to call it a day. But those of you who are watching on my side, first of all, thank you so much for the donations. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Dawg, how much longer are you going, man?
Well, let's see. I'm about 10 minutes or so. I was going to see if, I was going to do my Twitter trend segment, and really, it's pretty much all
this
William Barr, but there's my link anyway. If there's 161 over there. If 160 come over here, I'll have my biggest day ever. So there you go.
Go over there and say hi. Give him a
just
good
say hi, give you a hug, Give me an F. Tell you what, here's what you can do. If you're in Monkey Stream right now, jump over in my stream, put the capital letters FTG, because it's FTG Thursday, aka fuck that guy or
fuck that guy.
FTG is a gender neutral term that we use on the Morning Night Live. So come on over.
All right,
come
guys.
on over. And while you're here, subscribe and do all that other shit people do in these YouTube channels.
Will you let me go?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I love you, dude. I have to finish this story. I just wanted to pop on for a moment.
Oh no, Sanu, thanks for joining us, and P-Dog, thanks for the dual stream. I had a lot of fun, and everybody, I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye, guys.
Awesome. Bye, guys. Thanks. I'm gonna click that close. So
see you guys.
All right, there we go. I'm going to turn that off real quick. Hey, everybody who's are popping over, welcome to the Morning Night Live with yours truly, Dawg Knight. I am so happy you dropped over from Monkey Stream. We had a good talk about the William Barr press conference and the Mueller report, which is out. And I'm going to put the link to that again in the chat, just so that you guys can get another chance to look at that and download it. Also, we do, if you're here, since you jumped over from Monkey Stream, right below, you can subscribe. Make sure you click the bell. Also, that little share arrow. Right now, I'm not monetized. That share arrow is the best way you can help me. But if you are into the the super chat thing, we do have a Streamlabs link also in the chat, which is, Sarah has been so kind to put that in the chat for me. So, and I'm going to welcome a few people who are just happy to subscribing. Nothing for you here. Talon, Blood Rain, Seal 77. There's a whole bunch of people jumping in, so that's awesome. So normally what we do here is we do a few stories, but my big thing is we go through the Twitter trends because we want to know what people are going to be talking about for the rest of the day. Well, I'm pretty sure there is only one topic that anyone cares about in Twitter trends, but I'm telling you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at it and just give you a taste of what we do here. A whole bunch of people subscribing right now. I hear the bell going over and over. That's awesome. I should probably check real quick to make sure I'm not missing. Okay, so I'm just getting a bunch of new people subscribing. That's awesome. Subscribe! Hit that subscribe button while you're here. And then you'll get notifications of when I start. I broadcast Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. If you're in the United States, you can calculate what that means to you. Or if you're somewhere else in the world, we go at 2 o'clock p.m. GMT. So glad to have you here. All right, so obviously we're in Twitter trends, right? Twitter trends. That's my bell. So Barr cover it. Rod Rosenstein. Trump colluded. Mueller Tuesday. Oh, Thursday thoughts. As opposed to Thursday thoughts. Thursday thoughts. All right. Is one. Now, so we've been talking about Mueller all the morning. I'm getting away from that. But I'm going to guess that's some Thursday thought. We always read the first one and then we see if there's any good ones, a couple good ones below. So here's let's see. So this is from someone named Hardline Stance. Hardline Stance is a very pro-Trump, right-wing person that I just happen to follow already. Some Religion of Peace Pact of Lone Wolves people go in no-go zones, did something. Oh, okay, so breaking. New Jersey man is taken into custody after walking into St. Patrick's Cathedral in Manhattan with 2 gasoline cans. Sorry, but that's not the case in this one. This is a guy, he's not the Religion of Peace person. Sorry, Hardline Stance, you got this one wrong. Let's see. Breaking. New Jersey man taken into custody. He walked into St. Patrick's Cathedral, 2 gasoline cans, and so the police got in there and were talking to him, and he said, oh yeah, my car ran out of gas. Then they got to his car and it hadn't run out of gas, so he's going to be in a little trouble for lying to the police officers. All right, but that's a Thursday thought. I don't know why that's a Thursday thought. So let's see. Let me find one good one. Let's see. Let's find smile. There we go. There's a good Thursday thought. Smile is the light in the window of your soul. Okay, that's lovely. All right, let's see if there's anything else on Twitter right now besides the Barr report, because, or the Barr press conference. What happened there? What the hell's going on? Oh, I see what happened. Here we go. All right. Jason. Okay. Chris Wallace is because Chris Wallace trashed Barr on Fox News this morning, according to the Daily Beast. Yeah, Chris Wallace said something about Fox News. Chris Wallace trashes Barr. He acted as Trump's defense lawyer. Remember, that's the theme of the day, and even Chris Wallace. Remember, he is Mike Wallace's son. You're going to be hearing that all day long. That the Attorney General is acting as Trump's lawyer, not as the United States Attorney General. So that's the talking point of the day, and it's even creeping over into Fox News. I thought Fox News was the Trump propaganda network. Well, if you listen to Chris Wallace or Shepard Smith or Neil Cavuto, you'll know that they're not Trump friendly. You know, it's amazing. Fox actually, it does have some balance. It's amazing sometimes. And I don't watch Fox News anymore. I tend to get most of my stuff on the internet. My little bell's ringing, by the way. So let's see. It might have a couple more. Let's see. 1 hour ago. Okay. Oh, so some new subscribers. The Pissed Off Shih Tzu, Greg Rogers, Asian Happy, Isabella Como, Judah Fine, Seal 77, number one nowhere. Gosh, a whole bunch of people are showing up here. Thank you for coming over here, and again, welcome. I'm only going to be going for a couple more minutes anyway, so because it's almost that time. I usually am done by 10:30 or so, because I have to be somewhere at 11 o'clock every day. That's my time. All right, let's see if there's anything else trending worthwhile. There probably isn't. Oh, but why is Jason Momoa? Oh, Jason Momoa shaved his beard. Damn. What the hell, Jason Momoa? Holy smokes, 300. Oh, did I? Oh, thank you. Guess what? We're going to have a celebratory stream tomorrow. I have 300 subscribers now. Thank you for all of you who came over from Monkey and subscribed to the P-Dog. All right? But Jason, Aquaman, no beard? You know what's funny is there was a picture. I'll have to find that picture. There was a picture of someone put a picture of me and a picture of Jason Momoa, and you would have thought we were separated at birth, right? You feeling that? Here, let me go full screen and see if you can see it. Let me go full screen real quick. All right, so there's me, right? That's me, and now let's go back to Jason Momoa. Oh wait, what the hell did I do there? That ain't working. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money isn't for nothing and your chicks for free. That's not what I meant to say. I don't know why I started singing Dire Straits songs. But okay, me, Jason Momoa. Me, Jason Momoa. Yeah, separated at birth, huh? Yeah, can you see it? Okay. Yeah, I don't have the long flowing locks though. But come on. All right, real quick, let's see if this anything. Okay, so Jason Momoa shaved his beard. That's news, but it's trending on Twitter because chicks dig him. And okay, anyway, there's a whole bunch. Okay, harm ongoing. Okay, this is all. Everything's about the Mueller report. So, but my favorite is. Game over. Oh, if you have a sense of humor, even if you do not like our current president, if you have a sense of humor, you gotta love the memes, baby. You gotta love the memes. You know what I didn't do today? And for those of you who are not familiar with the Morning Night Live, which we do every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT. We also have a feature that we call, it's not a feature, it's a element. It's a stream element. Because sometimes we just you gotta have some feeling, and you gotta have a mood. And so my normal feeling and mood is you gotta have da funk. Here it comes. You feel it? Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, I can feel it. I might even turn that up a little bit. Oh, yeah. See, sometimes I like to groove to a little background music. And so just to make it a little more interesting and a little more player friendly, we kick in. Okay, Sarah always says it's 70s porn music, but it's not. Although, who were we talking about the other day when it actually fit? Oh! By the way, since you're here, I did put a clip of part of my show from the other day when I was talking about creepy porn lawyer Michael Avenatti. Go watch that video today if you haven't already seen it. Now, granted, some of you were here live when we talked about it, but I cut out just a little 10-minute clip because this music is perfect for the creepy porn lawyer, because it does resemble, in a sense, the 70s porn music, but it's also da funk. So please try and enjoy us. You know, now at this point though, is it time? Oh man, I'm over time. Tell you what, do me a favor before you go, if you haven't done this already, right down here. Well, it's more about over there, kind of over. I can't turn my wrist that way. There, over there. There should be a little arrow. The arrow says share. If you care, you can share. Hit that share button, send it out. Even though we're finishing now, someone else might want to watch this later. So hit the share button, send it to your friends on Twitter or Facebook or Reddit or Tumblr or whatever you use for social media. Or you could, like I tell my normal regular audience, you could email it to your mom. Your mom would love me, because most of you are younger than I am. I'm like I said, I'm in the intersection of Boomer and Generation X. So I'm kind of an old dude, even though I look pretty good for my age. But that's okay. Hit that share. Drop a like, too, because you know what? The like button is just interaction on Twitter. But the reason I say hit the share button and not the like button, it used to be that when you hit that like button, you'd automatically share it to where you wanted to go. But for some reason, YouTube and Twitter don't like that rule anymore. And I think because too many people were liking things that YouTube doesn't like. So you have to share. You have to share it yourself. And if you would like to be informed of when this show happens, you can follow me on Twitter right down here. My Twitter handle is @PDawgKnight. If you want to send me stuff like articles or people that we can say FTG up for FTG Thursdays, you can do it there. My DMs are open. Or you can send them to my email, which all you got to do is take that @PDawgKnight, put the @ on the other end, pdawgknight@gmail.com. You can send it to me there. That would be fabulous. And we'll be able to share some of the articles that you share with me. But unfortunately, my time is run close to its end, so I got to say goodbye today. But before you go, I want to make sure you know I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT for the Morning Night Live. Again, my name is Dawg Knight, and but do all that stuff that people do with these videos, you know? And I appreciate all of you who came over from Monkey's channel. I appreciate you who come here every day. My super chatter of the day is C. Thomas, a.k.a. Corbin. Thank you so much, sir, for your generosity. I know you had to leave, but I'm going to thank you anyway in case you come and watch the end of the show. And you know what, folks? Thank you. Thank you for being here. My name is Dawg Knight, and I am out of here. Goodbye. See you later. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and I want to thank you for joining me today on the Dawg Knight channel. Before you go, if you like what you saw and you're not already subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. A special thanks to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through our Streamlabs link in the description below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.